Hey guys, I'm back. Hadn't been here in a while. It's raining here, but I'll take it over sleet and snow any day. Oh man, excuse me. I had to pause there for a second. I had to sneeze. uh, yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, being cooped up like I was, it created another OCD, problem for me. And so that's what happens with all this nonsense. It makes my OCD worse, and I have to deal with it. Ain't nothing I can do about it. That's what I'm saying. The COVID thing made it worse. Obviously, the benzo withdrawal made it worse. And now this stupid snow nonsense that we had. And we'll probably have another one. But I wanted to get to something I wanted to talk about. Does it ever make you mad to see people that you know that you were a better person than? I'm not going to mention names, obviously, or anything like that, or bring up a story. But people that you know that you were a better person than, they weren't no better than you. If not, they were worse than you. But their life kind of worked out. It worked out. It's not perfect. It's not the best. It's not 100% well, but it's pretty good. They kind of lucked out, got a good job. They kind of lucked out, got married. They settled, because I have a family member, male. He settled. That's exactly what he did. He took the first thing he could get after years and years. He just took it. I think he knew the moment he met her, if she just takes me, I'll go, right? And it just I don't know, makes me mad, I guess. But if you ever notice, they don't have the problems that you have, and they don't have to worry about things that you have. Like, take politics. They were talking about the elite, the rich. Now, I'm talking about, this is the super rich, right? I'm not putting Donald Trump in this list, but I'm talking about they have his level of money, right? These are very wealthy people. Well, most of them don't really care about our issues. And there's been books written about the upper class that they're so much more wealthy than us now. The inequality is just so bad that they're out of touch. They don't know any of our problems. They're not around people like us. They don't hang with people like us. And they don't care. So they don't ever think about those issues. They worry about other issues, that whether you agree with the issues, like the, moral type issues or any of that, whether you agree with them or not, are they the most important thing right now? Or is the most important thing making sure that most Americans have a job, that they can make a living, that, and I'll also, that people have a chance at the American dream. And of course, my final one, which I always talk about, that men have a chance at happiness in this country. That average men have a chance at happiness in this country. And no, those issues are not as important. Whatever you think about them, like the transgender bathroom, whatever you think about transgender and all that stuff, is that the most important thing right now? No. That's not the most important thing. Right now we need to make sure people get like I said, can make a living, get a job, go to college, pay off student debt, stuff like that. And I'm around that all the time about my family, and I'll tell you why. Never knew nothing about politics. And look, I'm not saying you got to be some expert, that could be on CNN or MSNBC or Fox News. I'm not saying any of that. I understand that. That's their career, I understand that, average families have, if they're married and everything, have kids, they have a job, they have responsibilities they have to do, right? So you don't always have that time. I understand that. That's not the issue. I'm not saying you have to be some expert. But they don't care about the country. They just care about themselves. It's all I. There was a book that came out talking about how Americans went from a we country to an I country. We're not looking out for the country as a whole. We're just looking out for us. And don't get me wrong, you have to look out for you. I understand that. I mean, you got to put yourself first. But if you're taken care of, think about the country, too. Like, if I was a fairly wealthy person, obviously I'm not at all, I would try, if I had to pay a little more taxes, I would do it. I would do it, you know. Raise my taxes. If I was wealthy, I'm talking about, you know. Raise my taxes. Because I can pay it if it would help people out. And I understand about the government and that they waste. I get all that. But I'm talking about if it was legit. You know, kind of, you know, go with me here. If I was a wealthy man, I would say, fine, I'll pay a little more in taxes. If it would help people. If that can help people, I'll do it. Would I give back? Yeah, I would give back to the nation. I would help. Like, during the COVID thing, when they didn't have enough masks and all that stuff, remember that? If I had been a billionaire, I'd have said, hey, I'll help out. Y'all need any money? I'll help out. You know, do y'all need anybody to sacrifice? Oh, no, did you say that from many of them? No, they didn't give a damn, man. They didn't help out. They didn't do anything. Most of them. Some did. But most of the billionaires didn't do anything. They didn't help anything out. That's what I'm saying. People just don't care, man. They don't care about other people. And that's a sin. That's no empathy. You don't have any empathy for other people. Everybody ain't wealthy like you, right? But that goes to my family. Yeah, I don't have any billionaires, obviously, in my family. I don't know if I even have any millionaires or anything like that. Probably not. Probably not even close. But they're definitely not working. They're working class, but they're near middle class. They're probably up, I would say, into the middle class. And like I said, growing up, never knew nothing about the world. It was when he was younger, it was MTV crap. For you younger people, you may not even know what MTV used to show music videos. I know, long time ago. They don't do anything like that now. But I never watched that garbage because I thought it was evil. I thought it was wicked. I thought MTV was sinful. That was when I was a devout Christian at the time. I was very serious about that. But he cared about MTV. Video games. I was never a big video game guy. I played them more when I was a kid, but I was never a gigantic video game guy. And, you know, he cared about things of the world, just pleasures, you know. I actually took an interest in things. I didn't know much about politics as a kid, but I tried. You know, I was trying to understand the world. I was trying to, and I was a Christian. You know, I felt like it's an obligation for me to be a good Christian with my politics. You know, but I'm saying, I cared about bigger things. He never did. And now, of course, he didn't have to worry about those things growing up. He had more money than I did. His dad, you know, he had a dad that had a good job. And not a great job, but see, compared to us, he did. I mean, we were poor. We didn't have any money. Mom, you know, didn't work. We basically lived off the government because Mom helped take care of that and the life insurance because my dad passed away. And, you know, we didn't have a lot. And he had more. I would have had what he had if my dad had lived, but I didn't, see. So he had more. Once again, he didn't understand. He was luckier than me. And he never cared about deep things. Never did. He would always, if you'd ask him about politics, he'd say they're all crooks. And, you know, I'm not saying that a lot of them pretty much are. But the only reason he said that was because he didn't know anything. And he didn't care about knowing anything. And his wife is 10 times worse. She'll tell you, I ain't talking about it. Because I think they're all just bad people. She don't know anything. She's lazy. She doesn't do any, I mean, she wouldn't even clean their house, okay? So that'll give you an idea. She's just a lazy person. And she's overweight, too. But what I'm saying is, now he ended up getting a good job. He lucked out. And he makes really good money. Yeah, he went to a 2-year college. I didn't get to. I tried. 8 times I tried to go to college. I didn't get to. But they wouldn't let me go. Literally would not let me go. I'll get into that in another video. But here he is. Has a good job now. And, like, take gas prices. He will never have to wonder like I do about gas prices. I can remember when I was younger. And I complained about, this is back in the mid-2000s when gas prices shot up the first time. And they're obviously going to get real bad again. But they shot up real bad. You know, and I talked about, I was a little more forceful back then. I'm much more calmer now than I was back then. But I was passionate. And I'd say, man, gas prices are just through the roof, man. And I didn't even have to worry about it as much. I didn't drive back then. But I still talked about it, and I remember they would just she would just act like it wasn't no big deal. And then I remember one of my other relatives who doesn't have to worry spoke up and goes, they actually went down a little bit this year. There you go. They don't care, man. They don't give a shit about you, man. They had more money, and two, as long as they have money that they can pay the price. I know this is kind of hard to make out, but it's because of Americans are so pathetic. And he's saying, you know what, I can actually pay this. I'm about middle class. It's a strain on me, but I can pay it a little more. So I'll just pay the gas prices and the hell with them. Hell with you poor people. Go to hell. You know, that's exactly what it is. And I remember she had a little smirk when he spoke up. This is back when they first got married. And I could look over and she had this little smirk on her face. She thought it was funny that he interrupted me. Oh, ha, ha, ha. See, you're just a weirdo worrying about things that matter. You know. And now she doesn't work. Quit her job when she got married. Quit her job. He makes good money. She'll never work again, by the way. She'll never, work a job. He makes good money. And now, he don't have to worry about gas prices pretty much, as long as he's not insane. He doesn't have to worry about any of this stuff. So does he know anything now? Nope. And that's just the way it is, guys. It makes me so angry to see it. Because I was just as good as these people, but my life didn't work out that way. My life didn't work out that way. It's just garbage, And like I said, look, you're a good person. I'll give you more of a break on that. I'll be like, hey, he's a good guy. He's a good moral person. He's a good Christian. He cares about people other than himself. He's fighting for the right thing. That's a good guy right there. Is that what they're doing? No. No. No, not at all. And I don't know, guys. It just frustrates me. I know this video I'm trying to organize it right, because you just have to understand. I probably didn't use the right terms and things, but I was trying to put it together, because, like I said, the ones that I'm talking about are mostly about middle class. I'm not middle class by any means, but they are close to middle class. Well, guys, I guess that's all I'm going to talk about. I just kind of thought I'd talk about this issue and see what y'all think about it. Leave any comments. I'd appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.